Okay, guys, so before we get into today's episode, we thought that it was very important to have a conversation and bring some awareness about what is currently happening in the world right now, specifically in Palestine, Congo, and Sudan.
Yeah, I think, sorry to cut you off, I think it's really important, especially with Congo and Sudan. I have literally only just recently been made aware of all this stuff.
I was just made aware of it a week ago.
And if you don't know what's happening right now in Congo, there is a silent genocide happening, mainly revolving around the natural resources.
Sorry, I interrupted you as well. There's over 10,000 people in Congo and in Sudan, similar numbers that have died.
Yeah.
And it's been ongoing as well.
Yeah, like there's millions of people that have been displaced in Sudan and homeless. Like, the world is just in a situation right now which is just crazy. There's so much going on, but I think we have duties, not just as Muslims, but as humans, to bring awareness to what's happening and to stand up for what's right, definitely.
The same way, if we were going through that, we would want people on the outside who have voices to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
And I am angry that it's considered problematic.
Yeah.
Like, for you to be pro-life, basically, like pro-innocent life, stop killing people, is considered controversial, and people losing their jobs, and you're this, you're that. And if you guys don't know, then in Palestine there's been an ethnic cleansing that's been going on for over 75 years, but in the last over a month it's been bad. They've been being bombed, specifically in Gaza. There's people in the West Bank, there's Palestinians in the West Bank that are still going through injustice, but specifically in Gaza, where there's 2 million people, over half of which are children, and they're being bombed every single day, hundreds of bombs. There's 10,000 people, over 10,000 people have died, and 6,000 of them that are children that don't even probably understand what's going on. Yeah. They don't know why or what, because some people might be like, why do you mention children? All lives matter. Of course, every single adult, old person, child, baby, everyone matters the same. But when you mention children, it's kind of like to show.
Yeah, it's like a testament to how, first of all, the people that are doing it and bombing and doing this stuff, how evil they are and what their moral standards are.
Yeah.
It like reveals that, because for you to be human to do that, there's clearly something wrong. Secondly, that's the most innocent life form. Like, them children are not doing anything. They're just living, existing.
Yeah, it's the most innocent being as a child, because when you think of, like, some people are saying it's a war, it's not a war.
Yeah.
When you're in a war, because they had their water cut off, their electricity, food, people are like starving there. There's no...
Their basic human rights, they don't even exist.
They have no human rights. People are calling it open air prison. Prisoners have...
more rights.
Prisoners are treated humanely. Prisoners are fed. They're given a bed. These people are being killed. They're not given any water. There's no food. There's so much injustice that's happening, where I don't even agree with the term open air prison. Like, that's not even the case at all, when it hasn't been for however many years. And I was really angry to start off with. No, I was really sad, to start off with. And I'm still sad. It's like heartbroken, especially coming to like terms of the fact that this isn't a movie. People are allowing this to happen.
That's one thing that was getting me, because obviously I'm pretty sure a lot of you have been seeing the posts of what's happening and like being revealed to us, the actual situation. A lot of it at first was like, I felt like I was watching a movie scene, because you don't see this graphic stuff in real life ever. And then the realization of this is real life people, real things that are happening. It's not CGI,
Someone's
it's not
going
effects.
Through this right now.
That has actually happened to someone. It honestly has like traumatized me. And in a sense, you kind of need that, because it's that wake up call that we all need to stand up, to use our voices, to come together collectively, to bring as much attention to the situation, help in any way that we can, whether it's through aid, a voice, bringing the world together. It's very difficult, because I feel like a lot of us can feel like useless at times. I definitely feel like that myself right now. I feel like even just spreading awareness, it doesn't feel like enough. Donating doesn't feel like enough. Like, what are we actually doing to help? And I don't know, it's hard.
I do know what you mean, but the best we can do is use our voices and use our platforms. They are silencing people, I'm not gonna lie, and that's why it's more frustrating. And like I said, it started off as sadness, heartbreak, and I still am, but it's very much turned to anger. I'm very angry that the world has allowed this to happen.
We've literally failed them. I honestly feel like we've just failed them, everyone.
I'm angry that speaking up about it is considered controversial. I'm angry that people are labeling protesters who are going and literally saying ceasefire now. People are labeling them as problematic. You're literally saying, hey, stop killing innocent people, and people are like, no, look at them, they're this hate. I've become so disconnected from the world because I don't feel like it's real. I'm like, there's no way any human being can agree to this. But then I remember,
like you're like, I honestly feel like the way I view the world has changed.
It's
like,
changed
I
so
thought I had it. I feel like I honestly felt like I had a good view in the sense of understanding, even religiously, the world coming to an end, all these things. Like, it was a concept in my brain. I was like, yes. But this was such a reality, like, wake up call that I was like, oh, this is how we're living. This is how the world is, who's controlling, who's saying what, the media. Like, you know, before there's all this whole thing about media, and I was like, yeah, is it really that deep? We've literally seen it and witnessed it and seen the machine that it is, this media, and what narratives it can push, and seeing people actually blindly follow it. That's what's scary to me, is seeing the people that are brainwashed and deluded and believe a certain thing. It honestly makes me realize.
You know what I've realized? They think that
we're that,
brainwashed one. But the thing that annoys me is because the people who are pro what's happening to Palestine right now, right? They think that it's justified because of they're brainwashed. They don't know this is our land. We're allowed to. But even if you take away whoever has claims to the land, right? Because that's another another topic that you can dive into. Even if you take that away, right? And people are saying to you, stop killing innocent people and children. They're showing you videos. They're getting bombed every day. Like, I think it's like every minute there's a bomb going off. There's people dying. They're bombing hospitals. You know, so many people have died in the ICU and in like intensive care because they've cut off their fuel, electricity. There's people having surgeries with no pain relief. You know, like anesthesia,
yeah.
None of that.
Anesthetics as well.
Yeah, no, there's just people having surgeries. People are dying even without the bombs. Even though they're getting bombed, because of everything else they're doing, as if it wasn't enough, they're dying that way as well. They're painting it out as if they're not trying to kill kids. Even though any human being with a brain cell can see that what you're saying doesn't add up. They're saying we're trying to get this specific people. Again, this is a conversation that we should dive deep into, and we can do that in another episode, inshallah. But
I do feel like addressing that, like, I feel like I am someone who's always been very hesitant to talk about things when I'm not fully educated on. And even now, like, I feel like I've done enough educating and I've learned a lot from it, but I'm not the best when it comes to vocalizing it and speaking on the topic properly. But like we said before, I feel like it's our duty to actually bring awareness. Keep praying for that every single day. The same amount you would pray for yourself. You can put as many posts out there as you like. If you're not doing the work behind the scenes, making dua for them, when you make dua for yourself or your family, then just like, come on, like, the real change is going to happen from you speaking to God about it. Especially like our Muslim brothers and sisters, we know and we understand the power of dua and the power that Allah has over His dominion. So we need to understand, if we want something to change, we need to turn to the person that can change it. And that is Allah. Like, He is the only one that can change this situation. So we need to do our best as a Muslim ummah to keep them in our prayers, to be donating, to be helping, to spread the message, spread awareness. And inshallah, this situation gets better. But at this point, I don't know, man. I'm disappointed with the world. You know, I saw a post somewhere that said something about if there was a ceasefire yesterday, all the kids that had died in Gaza today would be alive. And I deeped it because the protests and people were saying ceasefire, stop bombing them, stop. And there's people who are like, no, carry on. And I just think personally, they have a goal in mind. But even the people that aren't related to the situation, as a human being, if you say, no, I want someone to die, I'm sorry to tell you this, you are an evil human being.
you're an evil human being. If you want any innocent life to be taken, you're evil. I'm not gonna lie, accept that fact. And the fact that the evil human beings have manipulated it to make the people that are saying no, just stop what you're doing, to be the problematic ones. I'm so angry. Like, this situation just pumps so much adrenaline through me, and like there's so much to touch on. I wrote a post saying how there's no words left, and I got to the point of having literally no words left for this disgusting and horrible world that we're in. I will say, guys, that we filmed this episode this awareness section at the end of the episode, because I personally wouldn't be able to deep dive into this discussion and now go on to have a normal conversation.
Yeah, like every time I realize what's actually happening, it just doesn't sit right.
Reality hits you, and you're like I wouldn't be able to. So that's why we filmed it at the end of the episode, but we're going to be posting it at the start, because we know that not all people are going to make it to the end of the episode. Yeah. But we want everyone that clicks on this video to see this and go and do your research.
We're going to leave links down below for educational charities, charities, everything.
And
we have to come together as humans, as just anyone with a heart. You need to do your part. Sitting at home, being quiet is not going to change the situation. So, yeah, that is our message today. Yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the
Sadly Relatable podcast.
We're back, baby!
Finally!
Ooh, I am nervous as hell.
I'm sure you guys are so confused because things look a bit different.
I know. Oh, yeah, I didn't even deep that. Oh, my God. Like, so much has happened since we've been away.
Wait, how long have you gone?
Like 3 months, I think.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Come on, bro. First episode back. Coughing down the ear. Oh, no, you ain't heard me in ages.
Sorry.
Are you serious?
No, I want attention.
I would believe that.
That makes sense.
Believe that.
Wait, sorry. Oh, this is not a good...
Bro, do you know what? We had at least like a whole hour of like slowly
all.
prepping, sitting down. I said to her, are you ready to go? Asked her like 5 times. Are you good? She's like, yes, yeah. Almost getting annoyed with me. Like, come on, I'm ready to go. As soon as we start, let me get a drink.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my fault that I'm coughing involuntarily.
Yeah, gee. Sort out.
I'm so sorry. Why am I apologizing? I can't control it. Anyway, hi guys.
Welcome back.
So, the studio is a little bit different. Do you want to explain?
Do you not want to say like, sorry we left? Just, yeah, well, it's a little bit different anyway.
Yeah, sorry. So, how long have we been gone? 3 months?
Yeah, 3 months.
What's the longest we've been gone?
That's the longest we've been gone.
Damn. And you know what I clocked the other day? In the last, like the first year, we were very consistent. Like we very rarely took...
Literally never, other than our 10 episode break.
So we would post every single week.
Yeah.
And then what happened is I moved to London. Since then, that's when I've been like taking breaks. You've been taking breaks. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but I don't really take breaks. If I go on holiday, I make sure we pre-film.
No, but this break wasn't just me.
It started off with you.
It started off with me, and then it
became longer. Yeah, it was like a dual thing.
Yeah. So wait, why did it start off with me?
It's drama that you don't want to bring up.
I said to them we're gonna update them, and then I'm just here like, yeah, sorry, we've been gone.
Yeah. No, we will update them. That's why we're here.
Wait, when did we leave? What month?
I don't know. 3 months ago, I can't remember exactly, but it was to do with drama online at first.
Are you sure? No, because I came back.
No, trust me.
Oh.
And then it just like prolonged, and you were just stressed out.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But yeah, guys, we are back, and I actually do want to apologize to everyone because I honestly have anxiety coming back to the episode because a part of me is like, honestly, although it's in our right to like have time that we need off mentally to get back into space.
Yeah.
I just felt like we let down a lot of people.
No, I know what you mean, and I do feel like that sometimes as well. But then you got to remember the Sadly Relatable family. They're like understand. Like there's people like, oh, I hope you feel better soon. Please come. They're not like, wow, fucking finally, like you're back now. Do you know what I mean?
Part of me is like I would rather them be annoyed than disappear.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd rather them be like, where are you guys? What the hell? Than just be like, not watch anymore.
The people that do stop watching us because we've taken breaks for our own personal reasons, like that's fine. Like you were only meant to be on our journey for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think of it as like a loss. If anything, maybe they'll come back, but
Inshallah.
we got
I do get
Sadly,
scared. I
you're
think that's why I'm nervous. I'm like, oh, do people even care anymore? Is there any point
No,
carrying
you
on?
gotta see. As soon as you start viewing things like, oh no, I have to do this for this. That's when the enjoyment is
But
taken
I'm not
out
doing
of
it for that. I'm just thinking I'm excited to come back, but I'm worried
You
that
don't like letting people down.
yeah, and like the family that we built and the community that we built was so strong. I'm
A
just
lot of
scared
them
that's gone.
are understanding. So
Yeah.
yeah. But what the reason we've been gone, I guess we started off by taking a break, like just stuff was happening. Took a break, and then what happened? It just kind of like we both were going through our own stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. You were going through some things. I had just got married, and although it was just got married, it was a few months into marriage.
Oh, I was gonna
but
say.
You kind of get wrapped in that world of like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to like kind of get myself together and
Yeah,
build my
yeah,
life
yeah.
up. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. And you're just like, it's the first time I've never not seen Ayob like message me every day. Like, when we filming a podcast with me.
Yeah.
And I think it's because he was like enjoying married life.
Can I tell you what it
One more
was?
bit. Yeah.
It wasn't. I just knew that you needed. Like, I've never seen you. Not to
Don't
get too deep.
try
No. It was you.
This guy.
No. Wallah, I've never seen you at a stage where I sat back. Every time we had a break, I'd always get on your case because I'm like, I feel like you can push yourself to do it. This is the first time that I'd seen you in like your physical condition, your health, everything. Where I was like, Nisha needs time
I
off.
see.
You have to get better than when you are now before we go back, because otherwise we'll just come off again. And
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
you need time to actually get better. And I was like, not just that, obviously, plus me being married and have these things, I just thought, let me give her the space that she needs in a sense.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen you that bad, I'll be honest.
Really? What, 3 months ago?
No, I'm talking just like your physical health. Like, you obviously lost a lot of weight, you went through all that stuff, and wallah, like, it was scary.
Yeah. I do remember you, like, whenever you'd see me, you'd come and you'd be like, are you, like, I'm really worried, like, you look like this.
And then I go finish the last slice of pizza. She doesn't need this.
Yeah, but Ayob would slightly love it because he'd be like, you sure you don't want to eat this? I'm like, yeah, eat it. He's like, no, but that's true. But 3 months ago, I guess what had happened is I never really. So I've noticed something, right?
Yeah.
And I would love to sit and speak about life and journey and the person I am today. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like those 3 months were needed because the person I am today, even compared to 5 months ago, is a completely different person.
I honestly feel like you've changed. And I can't lie to you, whilst we were in that break, I think me and you had a bit of a, not an issue. It wasn't like a long...
My memory's so bad.
I know. What's wrong with
my
you?
memory's...
She's like, what? What the fuck did you do to me?
I'm like, you see how you guys are listening to this story for the first time? I'm like, what happened?
So yeah, we had a bit of an issue. It wasn't a thing that was going on. You felt a certain way because of certain things that I was doing. And then like it came to light and we had a bit of this problem, like falling out type thing. And then...
But it wasn't a falling out, like we didn't have an argument.
Yeah. It was
I just kind of like sent like a message.
Yeah, and expressed
to him, and
your
I
certain
like,
feelings.
Yeah. So we didn't argue.
Yeah, it wasn't like an argument. It was like this, and you had enough type thing.
Yeah,
and then me, and I can't lie to you. I feel like it was very much needed, and I did want to, on this episode, come back and say that sometimes with traumas that you have or things you've gone through with certain people, it's hard to realize they've changed and stop associating old traits with them. And I do want to actually say to you that I fully have seen, and I'm fully, after that conversation, just really taken in, wallah, like I really believe you're a different person than you were, even from when you were younger, even though you'd changed for a while. I think
you're making it out like I was a really bad person.
No.
Clarify what you mean.
Yeah, she's like, tell them what you mean. No, I'm talking about...
when I was in
college, and that you were going through your own trauma and stress.
We'll give you some context, guys. So I had basically messaged Ayob, and because I remember now, I sent him a long message about a few things that I didn't like, and I just said to him, look, I feel like you associate me or who I am today and with the person I was in college. And I said, even on the podcast sometimes, like the way you speak, it's not something like that I thought about, and it was hurting me. I was like, the way you speak about me, even joke-wise, I started to deep it, and I said, this shows that he still thinks I'm that person. Because you'd be like, yeah, Nisrin's not like that. Oh, no, you... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just sent him a message, and I said, you need to understand that the person I was when I was 16, which was a bit of a problematic 16-year-old, even in college, like, I was just like, I liked... not like drama, but like...
The amount of fights I had to get in college or starting people... Because of you as well.
Men, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I just had a big mouth, and I was very much like, I would say when I was younger, I didn't really care about other people's feelings or what people thought of me.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have changed so much in the last 5 years, 6 years.
More than that, but
Yeah. And Ayob, I feel like sometimes he still associates me with that person.
Yeah, I think, and I explained myself that I think a lot in that time affected me because we're only a year apart. So like it was my work when you were like that, there was stuff that you didn't realize you were doing that had a correlation to what happened in my life and things that happened negatively to me. So I think deep down, I was holding a tiny bit of resentment. You can't unless you address
said
it.
To you, I was like, you hold resentment for me
for that section in our life, and I think I genuinely was, but I've honestly feel like I've let go of it, and after letting go of it, I feel like I've seen you in such a different light. Wallah, like I really do appreciate how much of an amazing person you are. Like, and like I honestly believe, I don't want to get emotional, that I don't know where I would be if you weren't in my life. Like you've helped me so many different ways.
Oh my God, are we gonna cry?
I appreciate you. No, but I did want to say that.
You know what's mad? It's good we had this conversation because I completely forgot about what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
So if you didn't mention it, I wouldn't have sat and been able to realize and say.
You still be at home every night. He still judges me. Get the same text one day. We went over this. No, we didn't.
No, not that. I mean, I wouldn't be able to look at, because now that you've said it, I'm like, wait, you haven't done it since I mentioned it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had a good memory.
Yeah. We also haven't filmed a podcast since we've done it, so let's see if I can keep it up.
Oh yeah, that's true. No, so yeah, I think the person I am today, and I think what happened is you were like when we'd be out, guys, A would be like, even recently, he'd be like, oh Nisrin, don't do this, don't do that. Or like we'd be out, right? And me as a 26 or 25-year-old girl, whenever it's happened, he'd be like, something would happen and he'd be like, Nisrin, don't say anything, don't. And I'm like, I have social anxiety. I'm a people pleaser. It's
so weird to see you in that position.
And I look at him, I'm
because
like,
back in the day, if there was someone rowdy doing something in a situation, and I'm the type of person like, let's avoid the situation, just get on with our day. But Nisrin would be like, want to say something, I'll be like, who the hell do you think you are talking like?
Yeah,
but now them situations happen, and I go, Nisrin, don't say anything. She's like, I'm over here trying to leave. Like,
No, the only thing is, don't get it twisted. Like even that lady, we can tell them what happened outside of mine. If I need to, like someone's being disrespectful,
of course.
I'll say something. But usually, and I think that growth has come with getting closer to my deen.
And maturing as well.
Maturing and getting closer to my deen. Because now in situations, back then I'd be like, go off. And now I can kind of I can say no, because what if they're going through this? And what if, I wouldn't just harass people, by the way, guys. I'm saying like, let's say someone was being rude to us. Now we can, or like an older person, like an old lady, we could walk past and be like, whatever, they're just old and this and that. Whereas back in the day, I'll be like, who are you speaking to? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was a bit confrontational. And I think what's happened is, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this about myself now because I'm a people pleaser.
You're a bit too far now on that side.
Like people will be rude to me and I'm overly nice to them. And I've seen it in work, I've seen it in like everyday life.
I do feel like that now. I feel like there's times where I'm like, Nisrin, stand up for yourself a little bit now.
Yeah. But I'm glad that you, he basically has stopped now because we'd be out and he'd be like, Nisrin, don't say anything, don't do this. And I'm like, I literally have social anxiety.
I want to be home right now. I do not want to be here.
I'm scared. But
that's funny.
That's insane.
But yeah, so that's something that happened obviously during that time, which I think is good because then it's allowed us to come back with like, I don't know, I just feel like an adult. Yeah. And saying that as well, being married, I had this realization with my wife the other day where like we just looked at each other and we're like, there's no one in charge of us right now. Do you know what I mean? Like we could just have a kid. Do you know what I mean?
What the hell?
Like there's no one who's in charge.
Yeah, we're the adults.
We can make decisions now. But I still feel like a little kid, bro.
How's it going? We could have a kid if we want. She's like, yeah, we should. Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean. Like there's no one like who's above you telling
authority.
you.
You have no authority.
Yeah, there's no like, no, sorry, you can't do that. We'll be
Yeah.
like, no, this is our life now. We do what we want.
Yeah,
Like it
and
feels kind of crazy. Like what?
Do you want to know why it feels crazy? I was on the phone to Eleanor literally yesterday, right? We were on FaceTime and we were talking about how she's turning 27 in January and you're going to turn
28, I know.
Oh, 28?
Yeah, I'm only a year older than you.
Oh. So we were saying like you're going to turn 28. So we were speaking about our ages and we were like, what the actual like, I'm sorry, I do not feel 27. I don't feel 27. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I feel 24.
Yeah.
I feel 23 or 24. What age do you think you feel?
The reason I feel past 25, the only reason I do feel like that is because when I compare my mindset to how I was when I was 23, it's completely different.
This guy's so going into it. That's not what I mean. Fucking hell.
Oh, physically, I feel like I'm 15. No, I'm joking.
No, I mean
That's
like,
not even good.
No, 15-year-olds are healthy, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
But
So no, what I mean is, Like when you're living your life every day.
Oh, no, yeah. I still feel like I'm like low 20s. Like I hang around with my cousins, Emin and Ilyas. They're both 20. And I forget sometimes that I'm 27. I'll be with them like, boys, what are we doing? I'm like, I've got a wife at home. What am I doing? I need to go home. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then sometimes they forget because I'm always with them. They'll be calling me like, oh yeah, we're about to go get some food. You want to come with us? And I'm like, there with my wife at dinner. Like, no, I think I'm going to stay home.
Elliot feels like he's not cool because he's got a wife. No, I'm not feeling well today.
What did I say?
So there's I read somewhere in a book. I watched a TikTok.
Yeah, I know you didn't read.
Oh yeah, I do read.
Yeah, your Twitter captions.
Huh? I read it like every day. You know that, right?
Mashallah.
See, you don't know me. Anyway, so I watched a TikTok where the lady was saying that basically the reason why a lot of people, like 27-year-olds or whatever, feel like they're not. So you'll mention to them marriage. Like you could mention to a lot of 26, 27-year-olds marriage, and a lot of them will be like, whoa, no, like I can't get married. I can't have kids. I'm too young.
Yeah.
And the reason is because COVID, apparently we all feel the age pre-pandemic, like just before COVID started.
I agree with that.
Because there was 3 years where we didn't get to have those like developmental years.
That makes so much sense.
That every single other person before us would have had.
That makes so much sense.
And I'm like, that's why I feel like 23.
Because if you think about it properly, we literally like missed out on this massive chunk of like growth and development.
Yeah.
You can still grow at home, but really experience in the world.
Exactly.
And now people are trying to catch up on that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
3 years of it.
COVID's real. Like, what the hell was that? We were in our houses for how long?
I know it's bad, right?
I do miss it. I can't lie.
No, we say we miss it, and I was saying it the other day, but COVID was a great, for me, as in I was in hospital, I almost died, but I mean, right when it started, for me, like, that was the last time I felt like happiness, but it's bad to say, and the reason why I say we should not say it.
No, this happened to me. I was like talking about, I loved lockdown, it was so good. And the person sitting there, like, they lost 4 family members in it.
Yeah,
and
so
I'm
that's
like,
why we need to be a bit sensitive in that sense, because some people are like, that was the worst time of my life.
Yeah, we've also lost family members.
Yeah, because of COVID, yeah.
Sad, but
I was going to say, by the way, sorry, back to my story. So me and Eleanor were like, what the hell, we're 27. And then I was like, oh my God, Ayub's going to be 20. I said 29, right?
No.
But you're 28. I was like, Ayub's going to be 29. What the hell? And then we were like, yeah, he's getting so much older. And then I sat and I went, wait, he's literally doing what a 29-year-old is supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
like
you're
married.
Yeah.
You're married. Like, do you know what I mean? And I was like, it's us. We're like the single. And she was like, oh yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel a bit better about my situation now.
Allah
like,
barik.
I'm at where I'm meant to be, alhamdulillah.
No, but you know when you hit 20, so you're going to hit 28 in January, inshallah. You know, you're not turning 28. You've just completed 28 years. So let me explain this to you, right? Whatever day you hit on your birthday, so on the 12th of January, Ayub's going to be 28, right? But he's just completed 28 years. Because when you're born, you hit 1 and then you're given the age 1.
Yeah. So I'm not actually, I'm at the start of 29.
You're starting your 29, and then when you hit 29, you finish that level.
Oh my,
like
so
that year.
That's lit. I just lost a year of my life. That means I'm younger than I thought I was.
Oh my God, this guy.
Am I dumb?
It's the other way round. You're older than you thought you were.
What?
You're 29.
No, you just said I hit 28. Oh, I'm completing
You've
28.
completed. No, when you hit 28, you've completed 28 years. So you're going into the 29th year.
It's worse. It just got worse.
This guy went from like 0 to 100.
I was gassed.
You're
I'm an old
29.
man. Damn, where's my cane?
When you're 29, you've completed
That's
29
depressing,
years.
bro. Why are you bringing that up? Why'd you tell me that?
But like, Russ said that getting old is an accomplishment.
Yeah, true. To be honest, we're still here. We're living, we're breathing. Barely.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, that's crazy. 29. Mad.
See, what's mad to me is, as I got older, right? By the way, I'm speaking a lot, but it's because you're just like being quiet.
I'm
so
just deep in.
I'm just like speaking for you because you're not really speaking.
Okay,
That's why
hurry
I'm
up,
speaking
G.
so much. Since I hit my 20s, which is when I was like, you know what, in this, I can get married. Like when you hit 20, I'm like, I can get married anytime now. Do you know what I mean? And then I would always say to myself, pardon?
Nothing.
Anyway,
Again, no, I'm joking. Go.
So, don't know what you're talking about. I've literally never been married. So, I would always say, since I hit 20 and since I thought of marriage, I'd say, I don't want a man who's 30.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know what it is. I just would prefer him to be 29. Even if when we, like the oldest is 29.
Yeah.
I said, even if when we meet, he's 29 and then he hits 30, I just don't want a 30-year-old.
But then if you meet him at 29, he is 30.
Yeah, but okay.
According to your own logic.
Yeah, but forget that. You know what I mean?
That's what I thought.
Forget that. And the reason being is because I thought 30 was so old. Like, I thought 30, you're done out, you're finished.
Yeah.
But what's happened is that analogy has lasted
Until
from
you
when I was
hit
20 till, like, literally now.
Yeah.
So now I'm 27. I'm like, no, I don't want a 30-year-old. And my friends are like, listen, you know you're going to be 30 soon. And I'm like...
That's what made me realize, yeah. I don't know if you lot have experienced this, but the older I got, the more I realized that, like, the adults around me are all kids in, like, adult bodies. Do you know what I mean? Like, they all still have the same mentality that we have. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think?
Yes. A lot of them still, I see a lot of adults that I think, even in my family, like, why are they still trying to be, like, young and cool? Like,
Wow,
you're old.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
whole family.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're old now. Just accept your life and, like, live the way older people are meant to live.
Yeah, but how old...
But I see them still trying to have fun. And then I realize they still feel a certain age in their bodies and in their minds.
Yeah, and life's not finished when you get older.
No, I know, but I'm like... Why are you trying to chill with me, G? No, I'm joking.
No, my scary thing is...
That's them with me.
They're literally thinking that. And Semi's you, our little brother, thinks the same thing about you and me.
Yeah, I know. That's so sad.
But my thing is, and when I will say I'm officially done, is when I can't text. So, you know, there's a certain generation, right?
Yeah.
And I would say it's a us. Like, now they're probably 32.
Yeah.
They don't know how to text
No,
like us.
Oh, yeah, true. I've noticed that. Like
They shorten their words.
Yeah.
They use, do you know what I mean? Like, lol, like, I don't have to explain, they can't text
Yeah,
like
you can
us.
just tell if they're, like, above
Yeah.
that generation. And I kind of get what you mean. I'm experiencing this now in gaming. And it's actually so depressing, Nisrin. Now I jump into games on Call of Duty or, like, Fortnite, whatever. And I can tell my age because when I was younger, I used to go into games and be sick.
You literally know your age.
Yeah, no, but I can feel the I'm getting to that older stage because you jump into a game now and like all these younger kids at like 10-year-old, everyone not playing with them, but it's an online server. Some of them probably I don't know how old they are. They're around that age.
Very young.
But it's an example, man.
You mean like you're playing?
I'm not sitting here on the phone with a little 10-year-old. All right, yeah, we're gonna jump in now.
No,
I'm not talking to them.
Like the younger teenagers.
The age range, yeah, they're all like whatever. Some of them might be younger, some of them might be older.
Yeah.
But they're all ridiculously good at the game. And you go in there and I feel like I'm an old man. I'm like, I'm so slow. Like I can't. But when I was younger, I was them, like bodying everyone else. So it's so weird. And even a lot of my friends have been saying recently, they've felt that, and it's a thing on social media as well. Everyone's saying that there's this new generation of gamers that are the younger ones that are just ridiculously good. And that all the old heads feel like this is so weird, like playing with these people.
It must be a weird dynamic. And I think in anything we do, when someone younger than you is better than you, it's weird. Yeah. Like, so you playing games and you've got like even our little brother, that must be strange. Or like him teaching you stuff.
Yeah. It's mainly I played because my younger brother was a bit too young to play with me when I was at my prime. Type thing. But my cousin Elias, I used to just destroy him all the time. And now he's that guy, by the way. You know, the ones that were so good.
Tell them what you told me in the car.
About what?
Remember about Elias playing? About like you'd be like, yo, you'll sit to go and play on the PlayStation and like he don't want to play with you. He'll be playing with like his really good gamers. Oh yeah,
now that's my life now. I've like got to that point where I'm that old guy where I'm like I want to play with him, but he's like trying to do like the pro level stuff, and I'm like waiting for him to play with me. I feel like I'm like a pig.
They're like, yeah, let's play.
Yeah, but now he's gotten like so good at gaming, but I used to destroy him. Like,
yeah, obviously.
And I used to always
when he was 10.
Yeah, no, when he was younger, I used to just literally finish him on all these games, and now we play and I can't even like join him because he's at that level that's so high and it's just not even enjoyable for me.
It's probably because that's all he can do, and like college and uni and stuff.
Yeah,
whereas you've had
taking
less
time
practice,
off to work. Yeah.
You know what's insane? I was at Mum's the other day and Semi was playing on his PlayStation and I was like, oh, let's play this game. Like, do you have it? And he was like, no. I was like, okay, let's buy it. And he was like, okay, like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, like, I'll buy it for you. Like, let's just buy it. Because you can go on and buy it, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, the last time I played, like, zombies or PlayStation was 17, 18.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, when I was, like, obsessed
You were
with
obsessed with zombies at one point.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, just buy it. And he was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, like, come on, let's just buy the game. Tell me why. Guys, I remember games being like £30. And that was expensive. Wallah, guys, we were skimming through, like, the app store of
Yeah.
PlayStation, I'm seeing £114.
Yeah,
I'm
60,
seeing
70.
£80. Ayo, is that not insane
Yeah,
for a
it's ridiculous.
game?
But then when you compare, like, the ones you were paying £30 for were like the 2D ones, where it's like Tetris.
No, you idiot.
I know, I'm joking. but that's the difference. And like, quality's gone up, everything's
Yeah, I
gone
get
up.
it. I do get it, obviously. There's a lot more in developing these games now.
Yeah,
But
that's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
I was seeing £114 for a game.
And do you know what? You don't really deep it. In my head, I was like, because I bought 2 games recently, yeah, new ones, and I was like, oh yeah, buy this, and then like I went to buy it again, and I realized I spent around £200, and I was like,
On a game.
what the hell did I just do?
Can you not just get it like illegally?
No, you can't. It's not that easy.
Oh, I thought you could say no, we're not. No, that's not good.
No, it's not that easy. It's
He's
really
tried.
hard.
He's tried.
No, I haven't actually tried. There might be a way, but I don't think it would work that well.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy, blood. I feel like we haven't even given an update.
What is an update?
So, like, tell me about your last 3 months.
Okay.
Wait, if you could describe your last 3 months in 2 words, what would they be?
They have been eventful, I would say.
2 words.
Oh, eventful. Very eventful.
No, come on.
What? Yeah, they have been. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. Eventful.
Oh my God, he was being serious. I thought he was... Guys, I thought him saying very eventful was him trying to be funny.
Listen, I need help. No, I don't need help. What? It's been a while. I need to like get back into the swing of things. Please bear with us.
I thought he was telling a joke. I was like, right, he was actually funny. You were being serious.
Yeah, I was being serious. Eventful, and I would say earth-shattering. No, I don't know. Eventful and peaceful. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Yeah, it's a big lie. I just wanted to sound like we don't have issues.
Okay,
with
you can have one. You can have one. Eventful.
Oh, eventful. Okay, yeah, thanks. What about you?
I would say growth and realization.
Okay, I feel you.
Realization.
Yeah, so for on my side of things, the reason I say eventful is I have done quite a bit of traveling. It's been really fun.
Oh yeah. Ayub was like, no, I just thought we'd take the time off, for you, Nisrin. Ayub, go and travel.
No, but if you're off, I might as well enjoy my life.
Ayub, you have to tell the New York.
No, I don't know if I can.
Ayub, it's a podcast. You can
so
say
explicit.
it. No, but just don't use. Just say it. It's like life. It's something they put that on the news. Think about it.
Oh, it's
like
so rude.
You got to explain the story how it'd be explained in the news, in the sense where
5 men found. I'm joking.
Welcome back to BBC Tonight. I don't mean that. What I mean is, so it's not an explicit story.
Yeah, I know. Tell it in like a child friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So first of all, I would like to say I went to New York. Amazing time. Honestly, I'm not like I don't feel like I'm a city person. Like I like
cities.
more like country chill
Yeah.
views. But when I went to New York, I just loved it. Yeah, like it.
New
York. Country. I said country. Anyway, why are you judging me? Can I not enjoy myself?
No, but you just ruined myself enjoying myself for you to enjoy yourself.
But sometimes in life you have to give and take. You got to
You just
enjoy how much time off the podcast was. I was actually every day I felt lost because I was like,
How do you
I'm
know
normally
I
here
didn't feel
planning
lost?
for the.
I felt lost as well.
The only thing you lost was weight. I'm sorry, that is kind of deep. I'm sorry.
I actually gained weight.
You did well done, mashallah.
Say Allahu barik.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. New York, amazing. I love the city, everything about it. The only thing I didn't like about it was the lack of, I would probably say Islam. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you're in a big city, you tend to feel the diverse cultures, but then when you find like other Muslims, and maybe it's the same with other religions, there's a sense of community.
Yeah.
Like you'd see someone, they'd be like, "Salam alaikum," and then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, alaikum salam," like this or that. You almost bond.
And I feel in London, you do see a lot of Muslims. So obviously certain areas are different.
Yeah.
You won't go like, I'd say 20 minutes without seeing a Muslim.
Yeah. So,
and it makes you feel like less out of, like, you're not out of place.
yeah, type thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only thing was this. Sorry. The only time I saw them were, first of all, which was kind of cool. The hot dog carts in New York.
And you can't even eat
No,
it.
they're all run by Muslims.
What?
They're halal. Yeah, but the thing is, I was so gassed when I found out. Majority of them are like Egyptian or these other Arabs, and they run them, and they've got halal signs and everything.
No
But
way.
I've got a conspiracy theory, yeah, and I don't know if it's true, but it's just my take. I may be wrong. Don't hold me accountable for this. But for some reason, they were so like sus about when I'd ask if it's halal, even though it has a sign. I'd be like, I went up to some people. I went up to, is it halal? They're like 100% halal. Eat good. I'd eat. But I went up to this one guy, like he's a bit older uncle, and I was like, is this halal? And he was like, it's beef. And I was like, okay, is it halal? And he goes, it's beef. And I was like, it's like he's trying to avoid, like he doesn't want to take the sin to say it's halal. He's just telling me it's beef. But it's not pork type thing. I don't know. And I was just like, from them places, I was like, nah, I'm good. Like,
unless they said to you, it's halal.
Then I was like, nah, I'm good.
But did he have a sign for it saying halal?
And then I went to another guy, and he had a sign as well. And I was like, is it halal? And he goes, inshallah. I was like, inshallah. I was like, yes, no. And he goes, inshallah better than yes or no. And I was like, bro, you're saying hopefully it is. Like, can you tell me that you have this source of like, oh, this is halal? And I was like, okay, I'm good, thank you.
Just say bismillah and shut up.
Nah, that's basically what I felt like he was saying.
You wouldn't get sin for eating it.
Yeah, no, but he needs to say yes, not inshallah.
Yeah, true.
And not just that, it just gave me a weird vibe. And even when I'd see them, they felt like they didn't want to like, it wasn't like, oh yes, my brother. It was more like, shh, keep it on the down low. Do you know what I mean? But some of them, you'd go and they'd be playing Quran out loud and stuff like that. But it just felt
it's like people aren't as proud, because that's not nice to the proud Muslims in New York.
Yeah.
Maybe there's not as many people who will like speak about their religion or like proudly.
Or maybe I just didn't see it. I was in Manhattan. It's like the main, like I knew that, I think it was in Queens or the Bronx. There's a very big Muslim community. There was a restaurant we were going to go to. We didn't have time. It's like a Moroccan community as well.
Why did you go to the Bronx?
Yeah, I did.
Wait, I was speaking to someone from New York recently, and I was saying to them on the phone, I was like, I really, really want to go to like the ghetto.
No, you don't want to.
No, and they were like, you'll literally get robbed.
Yeah, no, you don't. It's. I think it's worse than London in the sense of. Actually, I don't know. I've never been straight into like the worst parts of London, to be honest. And I've always been driving, but it is really bad there. Like you can't just walk in. There's certain hoods in certain areas that if you walk in, like you're gonna get checked instantly. There's no
Would
like.
they not be nice to girls?
No, I don't think people care. If anything, they'll probably try to get your number, then you'd say no, and then they get pissed off.
Who says I'm saying no?
Astaghfirullah.
I'm joking. Oh my God, that's enough. Actually, let me write this down.
Yeah, write it down.
So I remember. You carry on your story about what happened.
Okay, but I just want to say, like, my trip
Wait, what did we just say?
was amazing. Going, getting someone's number or something like that.
Oh, damn, I forgot.
Okay, Bronx, hood, all that stuff.
You keep talking, and I'll probably remember it.
Thanks. Yeah, so... New York, amazing place. Really, really enjoyed my time there. But something crazy happened that I just feel like it's so rude, but I'm going to try my hardest to explain it in a way.
I don't think it's that, look, it's an experience you went through.
Yeah.
And what happened was vulgar, but you went through that experience and now you're explaining your experience.
Okay, and basically, whatever you know about the story, don't add to it.
Because you're just going to,
I'm going to say what I'm happy to say.
Yeah.
Then, what about this part?
No, I'm not silly.
Yeah. Okay, so what happened was we're staying in this apartment complex type thing. It's got a concierge downstairs and everything, right? So
in
these
New York,
these are not like hotels. These are people that are renting houses, right?
Yeah.
And they have a rooftop on like the 20th something, I don't know. They've got a rooftop where you can see a view and everything. They've got a little patch of grass and some seating. Now, the rooftop elevator closes at either 11...
Not elevator, lift.
Lift, sorry. Same thing, isn't it?
No, elevators are the ones that go like that, the stairs.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, the lift to the rooftop closes at like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And then you have to take the stairs down.
Yeah.
Now, I've gone up to the rooftop. I'm there, and one of our friends is there as well, and we're just like talking, and this guy this is around like close to 11, we're just looking at the view, chilling, and this guy walks in, and there's only one entrance into the rooftop, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like when you walk in from this entrance, there's nowhere else you can go unless you're leaving and you go back through that entrance.
Everyone else who's there, the only way they'd come in and out is through that one door.
That entrance. And when you go through that door, the lift's there, and then there's another door to the other side of the roof to the other side of the roof where all the maintenance is.
Okay, yeah.
The stairs are just before the lift doors, so they're next to each other type thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then there's another door to the maintenance side of the roof. So this is like they've made it look nice. On the other side, there's all the tanks for the water and all the stuff that they do. Right. This guy walks in, we're talking, about 20 minutes goes past, and like I look around and I notice that he's not there.
Yeah.
Like this guy's just somewhere else. And I'm like, oh, where did he go? I didn't notice him walk past. And I thought, maybe, but we were next to the exit, but I was thought in my head, maybe I just didn't notice. I was too busy talking.
Yeah.
So then we go to leave, and then we realize, oh, the lift's not on. Oh, we have to take the stairs. We have to go down because it's turned off. And then I'm looking for the door to the stairs. Yeah. And instead of going to the stair doors, I end up opening the door to the other side of the roof. Where the maintenance is, yeah. So I open it up, and I'm like, oh, maintenance here. And I look around the corner. I thought, maybe the door to the stairs is around the corner.
Yeah.
And you got to imagine it like this. When you're in the lift area, it's like a little building on top of the roof.
Yeah.
So
I completely
open area, and then roofed.
I know exactly what
enclosure.
You're talking about, yeah. So it's like a little thing on the roof.
Yeah. Where like the stairs will be in all the lifts.
We've all
seen
like American movies.
Yeah. I just wanted to paint the picture. So I walk through to the maintenance side, and I think, okay, the door must be down here.
Yeah.
And then as I'm walking to the door, there's a window here, and this window looks into the staircase.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I'm walking past it, I turn and I look in, and then the guy who walked in earlier on, who disappeared, was in that staircase, fully naked, just doing a madness to himself. There was a pole involved, there was other stuff, and like, it was just so intense that I was like in shock. I like looked and I'm like, what the hell? We leave, run back into the thing.
Wait, so was there a camera? Because I feel like he was filming himself.
I thought he was filming himself because I felt like I saw a phone. But you got to think in them situations, like, you don't sit and just look, oh, let me look at all the details.
Yeah,
all right,
you
this.
look at it and you're like, whoa.
I was like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, oh, what if he sees me seeing him?
Yeah. And I looked at her.
And he looked at me. Making eye contact. But then I like ran away from like the window and like hid. And I was like, what the hell? But the problem is, in my head at the time, I was like, he's in the staircase.
Yeah. So
that's the way we have to go down.
Yeah, you didn't know that the other staircase was outside.
Yeah. So I didn't know there was two staircases. There's two, by the way, and he got into this different one. But at that time, I was like, that's a staircase we have to go down.
Yeah.
And there's like a metal pole and all this other stuff. And I'm thinking, if we catch him doing that, you don't know how people will react. Maybe he has an apartment here and he's got wife and kids and he's come to do this here. And then he'll hit us.
Maybe he turns around and hits you with the pooey pole.
Stop. He'll try to kill us with it because he doesn't want his kids' family to find out. So I call my friend who's got an apartment there to come meet me at the bottom of the stairs. And we both enter at the same time. So there's two of us, like, whatever happens, whether he's more scared or if he wants to do something.
No, you know what you should have done? Just made conversation
loud.
No.
That's what we did. We did that at the same time.
Oh.
So we got to the door on each end. We both opened the door. And we started talking, like, we're like, all right, yeah. And we started talking on both sides. And all we heard, because both staircases have only got a wall between them. So, like, all we heard as soon as we opened the door, boom, the pole dropped, like the metal thing dropped. And then we both come into the stairs and we could see each other. And we realized, oh, there's no one here. What the hell? Did he disappear? But then we realized there's a staircase just next door that went to, like, a different level. And so my friend comes up. We're now on the rooftop. I'm telling him the whole situation. I'm like, okay. He goes, okay, we need to...
Do you have to walk past the pooey bit?
No.
Okay.
We didn't see it. It was a different staircase. So me and him now are talking, and we're like, I'll tell him what happened. He's like, there's no way. What the hell? That's disgusting. Blah, blah. As we're talking, the same guy who was doing it, he doesn't, obviously that has no clue.
Yeah.
He doesn't know we've seen it. He doesn't know that we know what he was up to. He comes walking out of some corner that must be another entrance to that staircase towards us, and he's in shorts and a t-shirt, and he's like rubbing him, like wiping his butt, like from the outside of his clothes. He's going like this. And my friend looked at him and he's like, you're right. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm good. And then like he walks where the lift is. Now we're standing next to the only stairs that take you down. Yeah. When he walks to the lift, we're like, we know the lift is closed.
Yeah.
So where's he going? And we looked in and he wasn't there. So obviously now he's, to get away from us, not realizing the lift was closed, he's gone into the maintenance area.
But he was in the...
No, there was an entrance to the second staircase on the normal side.
Okay, go on.
So he's walked into the maintenance area and we're like, oh, he's disappeared. So we thought, let's just follow him, see where he is.
Bloody hell. AMC's a naked man doing a madness, him and his friend. Yeah, should we follow him? Yeah, that'll be the right thing to do.
Because at that point, we were pissed off.
Yeah.
Because we'd started deep in what he's doing, and there's people here with their family and kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're like, what the hell? So we open the maintenance, and we realize there's no one here. Yeah. on the other side of the maintenance, there's like a fence, and on that side is a private rooftop garden for the people who live on the top floor, and they have a private rooftop on top. They pay like 16 grand a month to like have that. And so we walk into that maintenance area. I show my friend where the window was. This way we saw him, and as we're like looking in, we hear like a little scuffle, and we turn around and we see through the fences that guy, and he's like, we see a shadow just dash. So obviously he saw us and probably realized I was showing him what I saw.
Yeah.
And he like dashed, and then we're like, all right, let's go downstairs. We got the security, but the security was all just like this older man, Arab man, and like they got this young, like a Lithuanian guy, like who was a bit younger. Like, you're not really gonna do much as security, but they're doing their job. So they came upstairs, and it turned into this hunt where me and two of my friends and the security were trying to get this guy, and we're like, we were looking,
hiding.
Yeah,
Like,
we were looking into this rooftop. Yeah, it's late night, and we're like, where is he? And we saw like little remnants.
all you'd have to do is just close your eyes and sniff.
No, that's disgusting.
Go towards the smell of poo.
Anyway, we like looked around, and there was we're like trying to find him. We couldn't see him, and we're like, the security's like, should we climb over? We're like, I don't know. And as like one of us walked back, yeah, one of my friends looked up, and there was obviously another little hut for the elevator on that side, and he just sees the guy going to peek to see if anyone's still there, and he goes, he's on the roof, and then he ducks again.
What were you not doing? Like running?
Yeah, we're trying to like get him out of the building and stuff like that. And then the security jump over the fence, and they start looking for him. Yeah. No, sorry. Before that gets to that point, we saw him, and we're like, oh, he's there. And then me and my friend are standing, and he stands up at one point, and he's like, oh, maybe I can play this off. And he just like looks around, and he like goes to grab his waist, and we literally thought he had a gun at one point. We ran back in to the door, and then I think once we ran back in, he like used that to start like climb down. And the security eventually jumped over into that garden.
Yeah.
And they were looking around, and then they found him under a table with like a cloth over his head.
He thought he was gonna
hiding.
die.
Yeah. And they were like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh man, it was just a nice night. I just come to take pictures of the view. And he was like,
so why are you
they're
running
like, why are you
away?
hiding? And he was like, no, I don't know. I just came to take pictures.
Oh my God.
But do you know what was annoying? What was sad, yeah, is I'm the type of person, yeah, they caught him. I'm the type of person that when someone goes into like, I'm sad, I'm sorry, but like I'm innocent, like that, I can't be mean. I can't be mean. He went into even trying to help the security climb the things. Like, yeah, I'll help you. And I instantly felt this like, I was pissed off at first, and I instantly feel this like, oh, like I can't say anything.
You have empathy.
Yeah, have empathy. But
even when they don't.
But my friend, different story. He was like, you dirty, how the hell are you doing it? Because obviously he lives there as well, so it's probably really pissed off that that's happening. And he was going off at him, and the whole time I was there like, I just feel bad because he's just had his head down the whole time, like embarrassed that he got caught and stuff like that. And then we took him downstairs. Police came, all this stuff, and then eventually we went back to the staircase. They found like the pole, all the stuff on it. It was just disgusting, and it was like, at first.
Did the police do anything?
No, they didn't give the crap. I can't lie to you.
Did they get him out of the building though?
Yeah.
Does he live there?
No, he just came in and found his way up.
Oh my gosh.
What was?
I want to know why. Did he not tell you why?
What do you mean why? He clearly likes it.
No, obviously, I'm saying like, was he like maybe?
No, I'm gonna ask him questions. So tell me about your life decisions. What stuff have you been through in your childhood to get to this point?
Like, what was he filming it? Is it his job?
Can you give me your whilst you're at? No, I don't know.
Like, is he just like?
I don't know, bro. It's disgusting. And the thing is, when I first saw it, I was like shocked, but I was almost like laughing. I was like, oh my God, that's disgusting. What the hell? And then I started getting pissed off, and then I realized that's all this stuff. And then I realized how desensitized we are as humans to this kind of disgusting stuff that happens because we're so used to hearing crazy stuff online.
Yeah.
Bro, that night when I was trying to sleep, I was actually traumatized. I was like, I can't sleep. I was like, what did I just witness? Like, I actually saw that in real life.
You've never seen anything like that. It's always just like, this happens. You know this sort of stuff happens.
And then it made me realize, that back in the day, like, think about how much sex and pornography is pushed in this day and age in this world, that we see a naked woman and it almost becomes normal. Like, we see him in movies, we see him here, we see him there.
Yeah.
And like, the shock that I felt from what I saw should be the same with everything. How they lived back in the day, everyone was more covered and modest, and it should be a shock to see someone naked. And
or someone,
you're meant to guard yourself. And I realized we've become so numb to all of this because of society.
Yeah, like even you'll be scrolling on TikTok and even see like sometimes madnesses or
like how is this allowed?
Somewhere you're gonna see like a naked girl with her or something.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think there is like it sells. So I think people have realized, whether that's in the movie industry, whether that's people like making OnlyFans accounts, that sort of stuff sells.
It's so scary that it's gotten to this point. They're like, even like the normal, there's been teachers found with OnlyFans. And I understand they're trying to make a living in that, but at what point? I don't know, it's just scary,
No,
bro.
but the only thing is, though, the only thing I think about that, right? Obviously, I'm taking religion out of it, so I'm having the mindset.
Oh, you mean
I'm having the mindset
to get in their shoes type thing.
Yeah, to be in the sort of shoes that's okay to do, as in it's like go you. Do you know what I mean? Women power, which obviously not all non-religious people think that's okay.
Yeah.
But I think the only thing about a teacher having an OnlyFans account and what the argument could be used against is she's doing something in her own personal time. Like, why does that affect? Unless she's bringing it to work,
Giving out discount codes to the students.
Use my code. No, like, unless she's bringing it to work, why would she not be allowed to have? Everyone's allowed an OnlyFans
I just think that's
account.
risk, isn't it? Like,
I guess I know what you mean, because they could find it. No, I know what you mean now that you
like
say
you're telling
that.
me you wouldn't be annoyed if you found out your child's teacher.
No,
had
obviously I would be
OnlyFans?
annoyed, but I'm saying, yeah.
It would just feel like,
Yeah, because imagine they got a hold of it and then
Yeah.
they started, and then they were going into
and
work.
not just that. I genuinely believe, which is hard to monitor. I feel like if you do OnlyFans, your morals and your standards are different to a lot of people. Whether they believe it's good or bad, or whatever. On our side, religiously and everything, we believe that's not a good thing, and that your morals are skewed in certain areas of life. Maybe you could be a good person overall, but in that section.
Oh, in terms of like, but that's the thing.
So what I'm trying to get to, sorry to cut you off, is would you want someone who believes that all to be okay to be teaching your child? Like, what do they say to them on the side? What things are they teaching them is okay and not okay? Do you know what I mean? Like, it all spews into that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think, again, looking at it at a point of view from someone who...
You're really trying to defend.
I'm
Just
not-
leave them alone.
No, I'm not
joking.
trying to defend. I'm not trying to... And I'm just saying, from... The reason we think that, right?
Of course.
Is because of our religion.
Yeah.
Is because we know that, obviously...
But there's a lot of people
No, I know there's a lot, but I'm saying we could, if we weren't Muslims, be the ones that think that's okay. So I'm saying we don't know until we're in them shoes. I'm not
course.
saying there's a lot of non-religious people that are like, it's not okay to like make that sort of stuff, to have OnlyFans, to go out naked, to show, do you know what I mean? But we don't know the mindset we would have because we're not in their shoes.
No, I know. I'm not debating that. I'm just saying I wouldn't want someone of them morals to teach my
Oh, yeah.
kids. That's why I'd be annoyed.
No,
Even
I'm
if
not
you're a
gonna
good
lie.
person.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But then again, there is some people that are like nudists and they're like,
They believe it's like natural.
yeah, like
Like
natural.
not even they don't see it in a sexual
Yeah,
manner.
yeah.
They see it as like part of the earth. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
us. Like we'd walk around like
Exactly.
naturalists.
And like, would you feel the same about them morally?
I don't know. I guess it's harder to judge because their intentions are different.
Yeah.
When it comes to like sexual, like trying to be pleasuring people and get people stuck in this culture of like addiction to pornography and all that stuff, which is very, very
You know, I
dangerous,
heard
especially
that,
to young men.
most boys, like it's a very high percentage, have a pornography addiction.
Yeah.
But like,
But it's so prevalent
you'd
in
walk
the
past
world.
people and you don't think about that. Who has one?
No, yeah, because it's such like an intimate, private thing that happens with people on their own. But you don't realize that people don't realize the effect it has on you mentally. A lot of the reason people are going through certain self-doubts or they see themselves as useless or worthless, it all stems from that type of thing. Because what's happening is you're doing an act that is meant to be for you with a female when you're married.
Or
yeah?
let's say,
and you're releasing
let's
a certain energy.
By the way, guys, another thing is women can also have it.
Yeah.
I will say, because I was watching like videos on it, like when I read this, I was like, just, you know, when you go in like a deep like rabbit hole of like researching.
Yeah.
So apparently, what it is they do it because they're getting like a short form of like dopamine.
Yeah,
so they're getting like a dopamine hit. So that's how they know they're getting dopamine. So the reason they're doing it when it's an addiction isn't even
Because of the pleasure.
It's not really about the pleasure. It's literally like they want
to feel that tiny bit of like thrill.
Yeah, like dopamine.
Yeah.
To be happy.
And that's why a lot of people that maybe suffer with depression and stuff like that can fall susceptible to it
but
because
does
it's
that not
moments
make
of
you
happiness.
depressed?
Yeah, it's a circle. You do it and then you feel disgusting and it's like then you fall into the circle. Also, one piece of advice I would give to the females watching, when it comes to asking your husband certain questions or potential husbands, people you want to marry, I'm telling you now, one question you need to ask, and hopefully they're honest with it maybe, I don't
Just
know.
make damn put your
Yeah,
trust in Allah
is
as well.
about a porn addiction, because that stuff can ruin marriages as well.
I've
I've
heard
men
stuff about this.
have set a standard in their head to how things are meant to be because of what they're watching in the fake reality that's online.
Scary.
And and not just that, it can cause them to not find. For example, imagine they're watching like the crazy stuff, yeah, and then they're getting the normal stuff that you do, and it's not enough.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're not able to please their wife or do certain things, or maybe the wife doesn't feel like they're pleasing their husband. Do you know what I mean? This stuff is really important. You have to be careful with it.
That's scary. And you know what's mad? Like, you wouldn't really think about that. Like, you don't think about it on a daily basis. With us speaking about that, and that being said, if you are going through something like that, and let's say you're watching this and you do have that, whether you're a man or a woman, I feel like it can get better. Like, I'd say, like, don't just give up hope. Like, don't listen to the way we're talking, and you know how Ayub's like, don't marry someone with this.
Yeah.
That's just his advice to not do it. He's not saying you don't marry you overall. He just means while you're in that phase of
of course.
that addiction. Until you get better, basically.
To be honest, that's a very good point, because I don't want to feel like I'm judging people in that sense. I'm just saying how it's almost like a reminder to anyone that's watching that also may be stuck in it.
That your marriage, it
can affect your marriage. So, like, take it as warning for yourself. Be aware of the situation.
Not only your marriage, it affects you and your. I swear,
no, of course, it can mess
men
you up.
doing that, having that, it affects their like mental like state or something. I think Andrew Tate was talking about how. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a weird topic to have
I
with
feel
your
like
sister.
we should. Is it?
I don't know.
No, should I tell you why it's not?
Because I feel like it's educational.
No, I'll tell you why it's not, right? Because people, and sometimes people might watch our podcast, hear what we talk about, and they're like, what the hell? How can you speak about that in front of your brother? Like, even me, you know, when I was living at home, we were living together, and I was on my period, so I wasn't fasting.
Yeah.
My friends would be like, what the hell you're eating in front of your brother? And I'd be like, yeah. Like, I'm on my period. And people find that weird.
Yeah, I find that weird that people find it weird.
But people find it weird that I can even sit here and speak to you about periods.
Yeah.
But even Islamically, you see scholars speaking about sex without making it sexual.
Yeah, that's the reason as soon as I thought about that, I was like, well, I've watched literally scholars talk about sex addiction, and they were giving advice to women to ask their husbands and all this stuff.
Exactly. So it's not like it's not in a like immoral way. We're speaking about it as in this happens and this is how you can get over it.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean?
I think one thing I will say to people,
If anyone's give some advice,
advice. Like, I've been through it.
Give some like.
I will. This is what I will say.
Because you must have friends or something.
No, of course, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is something that some men are comfortable to talk about. Like, I've had conversations with certain people that are like trying to bet themselves and get out of a certain thing that's just, do you know what I mean? That's just something they're falling into.
Yeah.
And this addiction is the same as any addiction.
Yeah.
It's something that is hard to get out of. It's not like, oh, what the hell, you weirdo. You've fallen into something that's been pushed at you from a young age. It's easily accessible. It's in your face 24/7. Do you know what I mean? You can become addicted. I think you have to tackle it, and you have to accept, firstly, that you're in a situation where you're addicted.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to come out of it if you feel like, it's not an addiction, I'm just doing this whenever. You're not going to have that mindset of trying to better yourself. Another piece of advice I would give to young men, young women, or anyone, to be honest. Sometimes we set ourselves standards when it comes to stuff like addiction, and we tell ourselves, I'm never going to do it again. You go a few days, you do it again, and you're like, I've done it now. Let me just go back to it.
Yeah.
Don't have that mindset. Take every day, one day at a time.
Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, don't tell yourself.
And this is towards any addiction.
Yeah,
Did you say that already?
Yeah, every addiction.
For every addiction.
Yeah. So every addiction, don't sit and say, I'm done with this forever. The best way, I think, to tackle it is step by step. So you tell yourself, just today. Every day, you focus on just that day. When you wake up, my goal is just today to stay away from it. You're not going to put this pressure on yourself of this never again and all this stuff. You just wake up and you tell yourself, today I'm going to focus on not doing this thing that you're addicted to.
And also, instead of looking at how far you have to go, look at how far you've come and like give yourself a pat on the back. Then hopefully, eventually, the feeling of how good the feelings of not doing it and how proud you are of yourself will be the thing that motivates you to stop fully.
And also, like, so as I was saying, take it day by day. Yeah, just focus on that day, and it will feel successful because you'll feel like you've almost like ticked something off your list. Oh, I didn't do it today, but I feel good, and it might, like you said, give you the motivation for the next day. Not just that, if you go a month and then it happens again, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't be like, oh, it's all ruined now. That's it. I go back to square one. No, you think of it as just take a slot out. This day messed up, but I'm still on this journey of this many days. Do you know what I mean? It's not like
I'm thinking of like while you're speaking, I'm thinking of like addiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you've ever been addicted to something?
I think I'm addicted to my phone, bro.
No, come on. I mean like a proper addiction. I think we're all addicted to our phones. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
But I definitely do think it's an actual issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Like sometimes I catch myself
you can't feel normal.
I get off my phone because there's nothing else to do, and then 2 seconds later I'm like realize I'm scrolling again. And
but
I'm like,
the only thing is, the phone addiction doesn't affect your life the same way other addictions does. So
true.
I mean, like, see, because I have before, and I feel like I have a very addictive personality.
That
like
must be mad.
Yeah.
You were like addicted to chatting shit, right?
Yeah, and being a bad bitch.
Anyway.
And I'm
Sorry,
saying, so what have you been addicted to? Tell us everything.
Yeah, all right. So
no, but I mean, like,
crack
have you experienced
cocaine.
it?
No.
Have you haven't experienced it?
No, not like I haven't experienced anything that I can think of like detrimental to my life, like how I live.
I've got like 7 things I'm addicted to.
What are you addicted to? Give us one.
No, what the hell?
Right, rock, paper, scissors. If I get it, you have to give us one of them. On shoot, ready?
No.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ah, tell us.
No, best out of 3.
All right. We're going to be here forever. Let's watch
No,
it.
go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah, okay.
Crack. Not joking. Okay, no. So, you know what? Funny enough that we're speaking about addiction. You know what? That's actually so interesting.
This is Nishran trying to change
no,
subject.
No.
You know what? Now that we're here, actually, wait. Oh my God, I just realized something really good.
You know what the word addiction starts with? A. And you know what A is? No, I'm saying this because what I spoke to you about earlier. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys know, if you know me,
Yeah.
you probably know, like the last like 6 months of my life, they weren't as bad as 2022 yet, because that was the worst year of my life. And I feel like I've got a lot of growth, but what it's left me with is a lot of anxiety. So 2022, worst year of my life. 2023, alhamdulillah. Like as in like it's been the most progress I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. I definitely do. From an outside perspective, I've seen you like.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's been an easy year.
Yeah.
But it's been the most like determined, where I'm like, I'm not just gonna, because there comes a point in life where you can sit and you've been through this, you've been through that, and it's okay. Look, sit and dwell. But it gets to a point where you need to tell yourself, look, no one's coming to save you.
Yeah.
You have to save yourself, like respectfully. Like even if it's hard, even if you're ill, even if you're tired, even if you're you have to get up and do that thing to better yourself.
Can I say that's something that's hit me so hard this last year as well? Is I literally one day I was like so stressed out, I had mad anxiety, and I was just sitting there. I was looking at everything that I'm stressed out about, and mine is all mainly like career stuff that I'm trying to achieve and do. And I realized, I was like, no one's gonna like. Why is this like little thing in my heart that feels like something's gonna come and save me?
Yeah, you got to put in
I
hard
have to put the work in.
Yeah,
The only thing that's close to like something that can save you is Allah, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
God, but
He's not gonna save you.
You still have to put the work in for that to happen.
If he just sees you sitting there like not doing anything, why should? Do you know what I mean?
It's tie your camel. Like the whole point is, you have to take the step to achieve the goal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever steps are necessary to get to where you want to be or the person you want to be, you got to do it. So, yeah, I've had a lot of anxiety this year. So I started taking, I don't take it throughout the day, there's an anxiety medication. And in like the wider term, it's called like a benzo. So it's called diazepam, the one that I take, right? I took. And in America, it's like Xanax and like...
Is that what Xanax is?
It's kind of like Valium. Xanax is like a stronger version, but I'm pretty sure Valium is literally diazepam. Like it's the same ingredients.
Okay.
They're just called different things.
I think Xanax is more hardcore.
Yeah, Xanax is a lot like stronger, but they're all under the same like...
people get addicted to Xanax.
They're under the same like umbrella, as in they're benzos.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So what was happening is I was suffering with a lot of anxiety.
Sorry, okay.
So I was suffering with a lot of anxiety, but it would hit me at night, which meant that I couldn't sleep. Like my insomnia was mad. So it started like me just taking, like before I slept, and it was the only way I'd be able to sleep, right? And that was maybe like 4 months ago. I'd say about 4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago. Not gonna lie, probably 6.
Probably a year now.
Yeah, no, it was maybe maximum 6, I think, where I would not be able to sleep without taking it. But the reason people would say it's addictive, right? They're like, be careful because they're addictive. But the reason I was like, no, because I don't ever sit there and crave it. But it's because when I take it, I literally just sleep. So I don't sit and enjoy the feeling of, maybe it brings you a bit of happiness. For me, it's like I take it and then my anxiety is gone and I can finally sleep. So that's why I was like, I can't get addicted to this.
Yeah, that makes sense, because you're not like doing it and then feeling
for
the
pleasure.
weirdness.
I'm
like
doing it to feel normal. I'm not doing it to feel good, if that makes sense. And then like I was taking it, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I was literally taking 2 milligrams. Like there's like, I think the normal amount sometimes people take is like 10. So I was making sure not to take, and I was making sure not to take it every day. Like the days I didn't need to take it, I would not take it, because I'm like, I don't need to take it. But I have spent the last like 6 months maybe taking it, I'd say at least five times a week. Yeah, 5 or 4 times a week. And the last week or week and a half, I've not had any. And to me, it's not, I don't think in my head it's like a huge deal. Like, oh my God, because I'm not addicted. I take it to sleep. Do you know what I mean? I just thought it's okay. After a couple of days, my sleeping pattern will get fixed. And even one of the days, I thought, okay, I can't sleep. It's 6 a.m. And by the way, I fixed my sleeping pattern for a bit. And I said, it's 6 a.m. I can't sleep. I'm going to do an all-nighter. I was like, I want to fix my sleeping pattern, start getting up early. And what happened is I done it all nighter, and then the next day again, I couldn't sleep. Like I could not sleep. And I was like, okay, this is bad. Like, I don't know what's going on. I was like, yeah. So then I was speaking to my mum on the phone, and this is literally as I was getting ready to come today. And I was like, Mark, because I've had a very bad week in terms of like, I've just felt, it's like I've got a cold, but I don't have a cold.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what it was, because my brain's not like, oh, you need a diazepam. Like I said, I never took it during the day. It was just before I slept. And I was on a FaceTime with my mum, and I'm like, I'm not going to lie, like, I don't know why, but I felt ill, but I don't have a cold, but I've just felt so ill, and I can't sleep. I have the worst anxiety I've ever had in my life. And I was like, don't know what it is, And then my mum was like, maybe it's the fact you haven't taken the thingy. She was like, it's withdrawal symptoms. So I was like, oh my God. I went and Googled it, and I also spoke to like a friend of my cousin who'd like had experienced withdrawal symptoms, because she's been like in and out of hospital and stuff. And then I said to her, have you ever like had withdrawal symptoms from anything? And she was like, yeah, I remember the last time I had withdrawal symptoms was when I was younger, like 17, from like antidepressants. But antidepressants are different, because they don't like instantly make you feel something. It's like long term. I was like, have you ever had withdrawals from like an active, like
medicine? Yeah,
like a medicine, but one that gives you happiness.
Gets you high as fuck.
Yes. And she was like, yeah, the worst part of it is like insomnia. She was like, and I was like, oh my God, this is what I'm going through. And
that's quite weird that like your body, like
it's like my body's addicted, not me.
Yeah, I always got confused when I used to see like TV shows of like crack addicts or like drug addicts, and like they go through that week where their parents lock them in the room, they're like going crazy and shivering and they're in pain. Like I never understood, why does your body do that just because you're stopping a certain...
No, because like, when you go cold turkey, so what I realised is, and I Googled it, and apparently I think, inshallah, I'm lucky, guys, make that for me, because people that take like a higher dose 4 times a day, they can't just go cold turkey. Like it can ruin your brain. Like it can literally, people get seizures, it can affect them for years.
You have to wean off it slowly.
You have to wean off it. And obviously mine was just taking it when I needed and a small amount. So I think, inshallah, in like a week I'll feel better.
Do you not think that like, if it does that much to your body, like is it that good to really be using it?
No, it's not. You shouldn't be taking them.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
of course it's not good to be using
the fact that you come off it and you could possibly die from just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
But that's why, and it can like cause a lot of issues that are irreversible if you come off of them, like I said, a high dose for a long amount of time.
That's scary. Like you're doing more damage coming off it straight away than...
And a lot of times people will, but that's why they don't prescribe diazepam like long term. Like they won't really, it's very rare cases you'll hear of people being prescribed it long term. It's usually like a short fix, and then until you get out of whatever it is. It's also used for like, if someone's got like muscle pains or certain like medical condition, because it relaxes you. Yeah. So let's say you've got like a muscle issue and you're like tense, it will like relax you. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm currently going through it right now. It's
mad that like hospitals give that out to people. Like I know in like the early 20s, in the early 2000s, sorry, or maybe even just before, they were giving people a lot of opioids. Not early 2000s, sorry, even before that.
Yeah.
In the 80s and stuff like that. In hospital, they do it to this day, to be honest.
They do it to this day, yeah.
But they give for like broken bones. Like, so there was people in America that would go into hospital because they broke their arm, and then they'd end up
They'd come out
drug addicts.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of them started. You know that.
That's scary.
That's how a lot of drug addicts start, and that's why.
Because they're taking a high drug to get rid of the pain.
I really hate when people shame people who have addictions, because, like we said, a lot of it starts
Apart
like
from
that.
porn addictions, you dirty. No, I'm joking.
No, he's joking.
I'm joking.
And as well, that might start from they're depressed and they want to seek dopamine.
Yeah.
So it's very sad, and it's like, I don't know. I just don't like when people look at people with addictions and they're like...
That's why I've always been grateful that my body cannot handle things. Like, I was given... Do you remember that time? I think you and Sana came to the hospital when I was in A&E and I was in pain. They gave me a codeine, just one codeine. Bro, I had the biggest panic attack. Like, because I'm not used to taking things in my body and getting high or whatever.
Some people, it doesn't work well with them.
Like, I've seen people pop a codeine like it's nothing. Like, I'm just a bit of pain.
I've had 40 once.
Like, you actually did that. I think that's what you used, isn't it?
Whoa.
joking.
He's not joking. Carry on.
I popped one codeine, bro, at A&E, and I had a panic attack. I was like, I literally thought I was going to die. Like, my chest was pumping. I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Some people are like that. It just doesn't go well with them. And I think it's a good thing that it doesn't.
Yeah, because if I was like there, like, woo.
Yeah, you never know. But that's, like we said, a lot of people's drug addictions start from, they're in hospital, they're given it. I was given fentanyl in hospital before.
What's fentanyl?
Fentanyl is obviously regulated and it's a medical one.
Opioid?
Yeah, but fentanyl was like, I think the highest drug addiction killer, I think, in the United States anyway, I think.
Really?
It's like worse, I'm pretty sure it's worse than heroin. Someone correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest thing that people are addicted to.
Imagine it's the weakest one. You're like,
No, it's definitely not. Fentanyl, but that was when I was in hospital. And I don't know why I was in hospital, because you remember, like, a few years ago, I would spend a lot of time in hospital.
You've been there quite a lot, mate.
Yeah.
And do you know what's kind of scary?
No, wait, let me explain.
Yeah, you finish.
So the way they had it, obviously this is regulated. It's still fentanyl, but it's regulated and it's a medical version. Mm-hmm. But the way they had it is they had it in my arm as a needle, and they had it in this little box, yeah? And then they had the syringe in the box. So I had a button, and anytime I needed it, like, the pain was bad, I could press it, but the button would only release it, like, every 10 minutes.
So you walk in and find some people like, come on.
No, it doesn't come out. You take it as and when needed, and it releases like a really small amount into your vein. And the box was like locked, because if you were to take all of that, like, you're finished.
You'd be done out.
It was like regulated amounts.
I remember one time taking gas and air at the hospital.
Oh. Good old times.
Talk about addiction. Do you hear that sigh? Like, she's like talking about a long lost love. Oh my God. I remember taking gas. Don't bring up my long lost love.
That's funny. I sat and I looked like this.
Yeah, you're like, take me back.
Started reminiscing.
Country road.
No, because I'm sorry, if anyone has tried it, which don't, because it's so bad, right? But anyone's tried it, it's like just
so they give you it for like broken bones, or if you're in a lot of pain and you go in the hospital and it's like, what is it? What chemical is it?
It's nitrogen something.
Wow, that sounds mad. But
they also have it in...
No, wait, so...
Go on, sorry.
Let's not advertise that part, because I give some people some ideas. But yeah, you take it in, gas in here, and like you're just out of it for like 20 seconds unless you stop, and then you can keep going. But that was mad. I was like, what the hell? And then you literally...
Wait, so you didn't like that?
No.
That goes away in 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's the only reason I didn't have a panic attack on that, because I was like, whoa, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I'm back to normal.
But...
Pain, and then you take it again.
Yeah, and that's what they give to like pregnant women. The only thing I will say...
Sorry, man. I'm a popular guy.
The only thing I will say, right, because that is... What did you say?
So I've got to get over you, like, feeling for it.
No, listen. The only thing I will say is gas and air is the same as you see people doing balloons. Have you guys?
Yeah.
There's like an actual balloon pandemic in the UK and especially London. But what I will say is balloons are so dangerous, guys. If you do them, this is actually a sign to stop, because the next time you do it, you might not be as lucky.
Bro, the amount of stories I've heard of people like passing out, smacking their head, dying. Not just that. Do you know what I don't get? Wallah, this is the craziest thing to this day that I do not understand. And I can't comprehend why people would do it. Knowing how messed up it gets you, I see snaps of people driving and then they're popping it as them. I'm like, bro, that's worse than drink driving. What are you doing?
I'll tell you, I think that is one of the worst. Wallah, I think the exact same thing. Because in London, I've only ever seen in London people doing balloons and driving.
Yeah.
And I think the feeling goes after like 30 seconds or a minute. pull over for 30 seconds.
I know. Yeah,
You're
like,
risking people. Like, I think it's, like you said, worse than drink driving.
bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. If it's anything like gas and air, yeah,
It's
because it might be
worse.
different because it's like.
No, it's the same thing, but should I tell you the difference? The gas and air in hospital.
I'll tell you the difference.
So this will
I've
make
got
you feel
experience.
like this, and this makes you feel like this. The gas and air in hospital, as you're breathing it in, it has oxygen. So they
Yeah.
have oxygen in it.
Yeah.
The balloons that people do is a balloon filled with just this
And they're just
gas
sucking it
air.
in and out.
They're going in and out, and then when they're coming out, when they're blowing into the balloon, it's the carbon monoxide.
They're not actually taking any oxygen.
Carbon monoxide, dioxide.
I don't know. We
I
sound
don't
like
know,
idiots
bro.
right now. Oh my god.
So yeah, and they're going in and out, and they're like not taking any oxygen. So that's why a lot of people can like
Brain
lose
damage,
their brain
right.
damage. They can lose
Paralyzed
like
side,
yeah, exactly. Thank you. Finish
That's
that.
mad.
But they're taking no oxygen, and you're breathing out what's toxic for you. Because whatever you breathe out, carbon.
I swear it's monoxide.
I think no.
Carbon dioxide.
I don't have no dioxide. Isn't a thing.
Sounds legit.
Hey Siri, what gas do we breathe out? I hate it when Siri's useless, man. Just say what gas we breathe
Here's
out.
what I found. In 1988,
Yeah,
a scientist
like,
named Daniel
so-
Smith found out that when you breathe through a tube...
Yeah, why
Like,
do they
shut
do
up,
that?
just tell
And when
me
I
the
look at it,
answer.
it doesn't even say like in the anyway. So you're breathing that in, which is harmful for you, right? Because plants they need that to
Yeah.
breathe.
Yeah.
Obviously, and that's harmful for you. And then you're not having any oxygen, and then you'll get into this state. And the fact that people drive and do it, I'm not gonna lie, I don't rate
That's
it.
such a fact, though. Like, you can just stop for however long.
Just stop.
But yeah, so the difference with gas and air, you're literally like out of it. So I can't even comprehend being out of it and then looking at a road trying to focus. Like, everything's blurry,
It
everything's out of
feels
the way.
good. It feels good to
All
them.
right, I get.
No.
I get it feels good.
No,
You want to do it,
I don't mean
guys.
that.
If you want us to do it on the podcast, we'll do one episode.
No, what I mean is to them, I'm assuming, because I've never seen a girl do it.
Yeah.
I've only seen men, and men obviously like their bodies are built a bit different, and if they've been doing it for a long time,
Whoa, you think they can handle it and women can't?
shut up. Anyway, so they're driving. Maybe like the sensation of driving feels good to them while they're high.
Yeah.
The same way like listening to music or this. I don't know. I'm just.
Why are you trying to give everyone like the pass today? It's like, let's not judge them. They probably feel really good. It's because you're talking about your past self.
No.
I was addicted.
No, guys, I'm not making excuses. I think if you do balloons and drive, you're an absolute one of the worst human beings. I'm not gonna lie. And I think if you do balloons, I think maybe you're just a bit ignorant, and you should know that the next time you do them, you might not be as lucky as all the other times you've done it.
Yeah.
Like I know, yeah,
I am that person that feels like I'll do one thing once and I'll be the guy that sets the example for everyone.
yeah.
He did a balloon, his head popped off.
Yeah, so Aim's like that's good. I'm not gonna lie. That mindset should stop you from doing a lot of
Yeah,
things.
like
in
one
life.
time I went to do a line of coke, but I thought, nah, I'm joking. But
know
I did
you're
think
jo-
that.
I know you're joking.
No, I'd never done that. But I do think that whenever I see these drugs, I'm like, I just know I'll be that guy. Like I do it, and then like for some reason it hit like a certain
Yeah,
artery
yeah.
that it shouldn't have hit.
Yeah. No, I think the same thing. Not gonna lie, but someone made a video, and she made me laugh so much. Ayub, she basically said, "I'll try and find it, and you can put it on a screen maybe." But she basically, it was a woman saying, "Look, what's the first thing you lot are gonna do when you get to Jannah?" And she was like, I know obviously after we've like searched for the Prophet and the Sahaba and we've done all of that, after that, what's the first thing you're doing? And forget like family and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people like saying how they were going to go get drunk and this and that.
Jannah is heaven, by the way, guys.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, I'm going to go get drunk, I want to experience this, I want to experience this. No, it's okay to say that.
Yeah, that's mad.
And you went, no, but you can say that.
Once I'm taking a line of coke.
No, wait. She said, you know what she said?
What?
She goes, yeah, while you lot are getting drunk and doing that, you know what I'm going to be doing? The hard stuff. She was like, I'm going to be in the bathroom of Jannah doing doing crazy drugs.
Oh, like
She's like, I want to
cocaine.
experience it. Yeah.
What the
But the
hell?
thing is though, you're allowed to, you can do whatever you want.
I
And
don't
it's
know,
not
that
going to
seems
harm.
a bit like.
No, listen. And it's not going to harm. You can have anything you want there. So if she wants
But are you
that,
gonna get high there?
I guess you'll get to
Because that's
experience.
what the way I think of it is this. It might still be a thing, by the way. And by the way, I'm not trying to be a damper on party people on this
No,
thing.
but-
Because I've had these conversations as well. I had a conversation with my cousin Elias, yeah, and he loves Spider-Man. He goes, when I get to heaven, man, that's the first thing I'm doing is being Spider-Man, like swinging through the city. I was like, that's lit. Like you just have your own. Like imagine you could walk into everyone's heaven and just find them there, like, "Wah!" like swinging through.
That's mad.
But I do.
Wait, will we see him?
I don't
As in,
know.
like, will we see Spider-Man and be like, what's going on?
No,
Or
he's
we're
just swinging
in-
past us whilst
or
we've got
we're
our own
just in
stuff going
Jannah
on.
and we're like,
I think everything's tailored to yourself, and I think you do interact with other people and stuff like that. There's a part of me that feels like your worldly desires are not going to be there anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like when you think, oh yeah, when I get to Jeddah, I'm just gonna have a Lambo and some mansion. Like you're thinking at a level that's lower than what you can comprehend there, and like you're not gonna have the desires I think that you have when you're here.
Yeah, maybe we might not. But let's say someone's like always been so curious about what that feels like, and obviously if you do it there, I was gonna say I'm assuming, but no, obviously it's not gonna be the effects are. There's not gonna be any damaging effects, as in. So if they want to do that, I guess you're allowed to. But I've never thought. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing that I thought I really want to do.
I can't think of anything either.
Like there's nothing like. I just want to be not have anxiety.
Yeah,
I
man.
think if we start
You're gonna walk
there-
into my heaven and just find me sitting on
Yeah,
the
you're
couch
just
with
sitting
nothing around. Just be like this.
You're just gonna find me
Peace.
sleeping. Like, oh, it's so easy to sleep. No, but like, is there anything that you would do that you're not allowed to do now?
Just get like a henchback tattoo.
I don't think you're gonna
Yeah, I
care
know.
about like the
I
way
know.
you look.
Yeah, I don't think we will.
I don't think there's any guys. Comment down below.
But that is one thing. Like, that's one thing that I was. Sorry, you guys comment down below what you do.
Yeah,
if
comment
you
down below if there's anything
into heaven.
that you want to do, and don't feel judgment. Yeah, because anyone that's judging you, and as well, Ayob, we can't judge you
I'm
for when you can have anything that your heart desires in Jannah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I was deep in this the other day actually on the topic of tattoos. A lot of times we see tattoos and we set a certain personality to certain people, and we feel like that's okay. They've kind of shown what their inner personality is on the outside of their skin. That's how you kind of perceive certain things. Do you know what I mean? When you see someone that's tatted, you get a gist of maybe what they're like.
automatically,
Yeah,
your brain.
it might not be true, but it's just what you see from the outside. And I was deep in that, like, if getting a tattoo was halal to do, you would probably look at me so differently.
Yeah.
Because I probably would be someone that gets full back, neck,
I agree.
because I'm into that stuff. So you'd probably look at me and be like, this guy, like, looks a bit dodgy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd be a different person to the
But that's
innocent
why you
person that you see
can't
now.
judge. That's why they say actually don't judge a book by its cover. Like genuinely, because like you said, you would want that.
Yeah.
And there's people out there who have tattoos, and people probably perceive them as like scary or I don't know, criminals.
Yeah.
And they're the nicest person ever.
I feel like tattoos have definitely become more like back in the day, if you had one on your hand, you couldn't get a job. Now, like, people are like slowly like accepting
I don't
it.
know why though. I'm just out here. defending
Yeah.
everyone.
Why can't they just live how they want?
No, I'm not saying it in. Look, I'm saying it in the sense where non-Muslim person. If I was a non-Muslim and I had a tattoo, I wouldn't understand why I would be judged for having a tattoo. Like, why is? Do you know what I mean? Unless the tattoo is something offensive, then why are you judging? Because I'm gonna get a face tattoo, and Ayob really likes poo. That's why he saw the guy in New York with the pole.
I saw him with the pole. I did not know what to do. I was like, damn, what's this guy gonna do when he sees me looking at him with his poo? Oh my God, please don't do me the same. I ain't trying to get blamed. I ain't trying to get... Won't say that word.
Fame. I'm not done. I had so much more to say.
We're bringing it back. It's me and
Hey,
Nisrin, and we're
went-
doing the track. I said...
Ayob, we didn't even do a
Where'd
live
it go?
update.
We did do a life update.
No, we didn't. You did.
Oh,
The guy. You
Yeah.
didn't even do it either.
I just said New York. That's about it.
Oh my
Like,
God.
basically, if you want to really know what happened, yeah, we were living life, working every day, and that's it. Same thing. Nothing really changed. We just weren't doing the podcast. Yeah?
No, not really.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Wait, we didn't even explain about the studio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, so the reason we're here in a whole new space, guys, 5 hours into the podcast.
I'm so sorry.
You tell them because I can't think of a lie.
No, okay, let's be completely honest. We had a studio space, and it's in the same space that we're in now. There's like a lot of studio spaces, and that's the first one you guys would have seen. And when we first saw it, we fell in love with it. It's like a very big space.
Yeah, huge room.
You guys don't realize, but it's the biggest space out of all of the studios, and it was the most expensive one as well. But we were like, you know what, let's do it, because when we first moved in, we were like, we're gonna use it for other things.
Yeah.
And then obviously as life went on, we only used it to film the podcast, and we weren't using it because obviously I ended up moving and I got other rooms to do work in. So
yeah, we had like all these plans to do like certain work sections and different stuff here and there and studio stuff. But then we realized
we both moved.
the
And
whole
we both,
year we were just using this little section for the podcast. And it's like, why are we
Abe
spending
has
so
his
much?
office at home as well. I have my rooms to work, and we were like, we just weren't using it. We weren't using that space. And I'm not gonna lie, it was like the price of like the amount we were paying was like a lot, like a stupid amount. And we were like, look, let's just do the clever thing and downsize. So
But I really like how cozy this place is.
yeah, I find it so much more cozier.
I will say I do want to like change the background and have our logo back, but I do
oh yeah,
like
yeah.
the vibe.
We are in the middle of doing that, guys. We just wanted to
said
film.
this at the start. I'm so annoyed.
Damn.
We messed up.
Sorry,
it's our first day
guys.
back. Come on.
If you made it this long, then you know what? You deserve to know. So, yeah, we've had the space now for a couple of months, but we were going to put off filming for a bit longer just because of, like, what's going on in the world right now and how, like, it's a sensitive time. We didn't feel right, like, just coming online and, like, making jokes, basically, and, like, laughing and whatever. But then it was Mum that was like, no, just start filming.
Use your platform to push.
Yeah, to raise awareness and this and that. Like, people probably need to take their mind, like, they probably enjoyed a podcast episode. So raise awareness and sit and maybe take people's mind off it right now. And we were like, not mind off it, by the way, guys. What I mean is a lot of people's mental health is getting affected. So even if it's an hour of just like normal everyday life conversations while raising awareness.
And able to like bring in more money, bring audience and eyes to everything.
So post fundraisers,
for the charities,
come together as like Muslims and you know what, just
Not even
humans.
Muslims,
Sorry, I
humans of
said
the world.
Muslims. I meant like to say the Ummah.
Yeah.
But I mean like humans, and just bring positivity out of it.
Yeah.
And then we were like, you know what, she's right. So then that's why we're filming.
Yep.
But the sign is gonna be back up soon.
Just get used to this for a bit until we figure it out.
This space isn't a lot smaller. If anything, I think it's like the same size in the sense where we've got the same amount of space.
Yeah, because we have like...
It's like an upstairs and a downstairs.
Yeah, so we had... I'll be honest, if we had the wall built here, you wouldn't probably even notice we're in a different space.
Yeah.
Because it's only this that kind of breaks it.
No, because the wall, you've got to remember we have that.
Yeah, maybe that as well. But if we had a white wall here,
Yeah.
it'd be hard to tell. But it's cool because we have a downstairs and upstairs now, and downstairs like fits everything perfectly, which is cool.
So that's why the studio's changed. And also we've been in a process, Ayo's been in a process of like setting everything up, moving everything. And yeah, it's basically it, guys.
Yeah.
Other than that life update, you've just been working.
Went to Canada as well whilst I was in New York. The best trip ever.
Oh yeah, Allahumma barik.
Thanks. Anyway, Karen,
I want to go.
what about you? You've been like gym girl now, innit?
Oi, yeah. Don't give me evil eye. Yeah, I've been, I have been incorporating, I've been incorporating a lot of lifestyle changes. Like I said, I kind of went through this revelation of like, no one's coming to save you, babes. Get up and do it yourself. And yeah, I will do an update.
What the hell was that? Some lackluster, yeah, this bit of that, this bit of that.
No, okay, so I've been doing a lot of, like I said, lifestyle changes, healthy habit building in the last few months, right? And I've been doing a lot of research. Do you know Andrew Huberman?
No.
You don't know Andrew Huberman?
I recognize the name.
Changed my life. Guys, you guys have probably seen the Huberman Lab. He's a neuroscience-based podcast.
I think my wife's been watching that recently.
Yeah, I think I told her. I might have told her, I don't know, but I think I told her about it.
Because she's been on this whole like sleep thing and eating certain organic stuff for like your brain.
He
and
literally
stuff
teaches you so much. So he gives you science-based research and as to why you should do certain things in life. So I'd say the first thing that has been life-changing, I'm not going to lie, if we could take away from Andrew Huberman what I've learned from him, is he has a podcast and he basically said that within the first 30 to 60 minutes of your day, get up and have the sun in your face.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it's not sunny and there's clouds, go and find where it is behind the cloud and just look at it. No, honestly.
What the hell was that? Go find where it is behind the
No,
cloud.
what-
All right, so you need to jump out your balcony, fly up above the clouds.
You know what I mean? Let's say the sun's usually here at this time,
Yeah.
but there's clouds there. You know that the sun's around there and you can see it a little bit
Yeah,
shining.
yeah.
So like kind of try and get that, soak it into your face. And he even says to look at the sun. If it's not too bright and you can tolerate it, try and look I don't know why you're laughing.
Sorry, just imagine you in the morning waking up on the search for the sun and then staring at any beam that comes out and burning your eyes.
No. If you can, and it's not too bright, try and like actually look at the sun so that you're not taking me serious.
No, I am. I do agree. It's just funny. And to be honest, yeah, you're right.
Anyway, so the reason I'm not talking.
Thank God. Anyway, guys, listen.
You're such an idiot. Guys, if you want me to do an actual video or even a podcast episode on all the things I've learned and the things that have changed my life, because doing that has been one of the things that has changed my life for the first time in 26 years. And going on a walk in the morning.
You have like been bare different.
And I put it down to actually going on a walk and looking at the sun.
But yeah, guys, that is all for today's episode. I want to say, if you're here watching, thank you for sticking with us, although we've been missing for so long. And we appreciate you guys. Honestly, the whole time we were away, I felt like this massive weight on my chest. And I feel good to be back. I had anxiety coming into this episode, but I feel really nice and comfortable. And thank you for
being here, guys. Even after if you're joining us and come back,
yeah,
we appreciate you.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And also, sorry to interrupt you. No problem. I twitch. If there is any questions, because I know there's so much we missed that we were meant to do.
I've got like stories on stories to tell, but I'll just tell them in the next one.
Yeah, I've got so many as well. Okay, if there is anything you guys want to know in terms of like actual life update, then comment the questions down below. You know what? I've got an idea. The next episode, we will answer their questions.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's like, we can actually answer what you guys want to know. So comment down below any questions you have, and we'll answer them in the next episode.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well, guys. It's going to help us a lot. We're here for the long run this time. And I say that with confidence because I feel like, inshallah, we are. Yeah. Thank you again for tuning in. Love you all so much. Making dua for all of you as well. Nishan, where can I find you?
You can find me staring at the sun. No, you can... Should I go again?
No, that was good.
Oh, okay. You can find me crying on my pillow. I said, should I go again?
Yeah, you just did it anyway. Tell them you're at. You can find me at what is it? It's Nisrin.
You can find me at It's Nisrin. Damn, should we do that again?
No, just go, man. It's raw rugged. If they made it this far, they deserve it.
Okay, you can find me at It's Nisrin on Instagram and TikTok.
You can find me at Kayla Kasha on all social media platforms. Don't forget to follow Sadly Relatable Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all. We are back for good. Tell them about the podcast that you see. We're back in town, baby. And it's you and me. When I'm on the mic, I do it for free. It's me and Nisrin sitting on the sofa. Came through looking like I'm driving in a Rover. She told me the podcast is over. Peace.
He wants to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace.